Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this is a LOTRO guide today. And I want to show you guys real quick, I have some episodes on how to do this and stuff, but I want to do a real quick basic on how to make a chat box in the chat thing on Lord of the Rings Online for a special subject. Okay, so if you're getting tired of, you're playing this game a lot and you're like, oh my gosh, all this stuff is coming up all the time in general, and it's just, I can't type to my kinship and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to show you that real quick here in kind of a 101 for dummies kind of thing for how to set up a chat box. Okay, again, that's not an insult with the dummy thing, but 101. All right, for this stuff. It's like the book series. Basically, the first thing that you should know as a new player is that this little bubble that says chat, obviously you click in here and you type, right? And you click enter, right? Be like, hi, right? And if you say hi, your character will actually do an emote too, just built in. You can see it said hide there. There's actually a setting in the social media thing where you can put hi above your, like, anything you say and say, this bubble, you can actually have it above your head. And I believe that is in systems, options, and I think it's under, is it under chat or is it under UI? I believe it is chat. No, chat is how you make these bigger. I have a whole video on how to do this if you want to do that separate. I mainly want to show you how to make a filtered separate box. I want to make it real simple today, but UI, it's floating chat bubbles right here. See this one that says chat bubbles? It's about almost halfway down the bar. If you check this, chat bubbles. Now if I say, hello there, General Kenobi. Okay, sorry, Star Wars jokes. But you can see it above my character now, okay? And you can see other people if they said hi, another player. That's a fun little side note. So now we can show you how to make a separate chat thing up here. You automatically start with General, Combat, and IMs. IMs are tells. Again, I have a whole separate video on that. I'm not going to go into that because I want to make this a very simple, direct video on just this one thing. So first things you want to always, General is kind of your control panel, and the trick is to right-click it with your mouse. Okay, you're going to have this little thing pop up. You're going to have a rename tab. Don't do that one, General. Create a new tab, change filters on this tab. Don't mess with any of these right now. Just click create a new tab. All right, so now we have this new tab, which, by the way, you can grab and move out if you wanted to onto another part of the screen, but you will not be able to type in this tab then. Okay, that's the only kind of weird thing. In the future, they'll probably update this. It's quite customizable, but it's probably needs some updates in the future. But let's put it back there. So I'm gonna put the tab between Combat and General. I'm gonna right-click it and say rename this tab as Roleplay. All right, for me. Because what I'm going to put on this tab today is I'm going to put on only say. So if people say hi, right, it'll show up. Now, it's nothing showing up right now, and I'm going to show you why, okay? So I'm going to right-click the tab, all right? And I'm going to go to change filters. Hover this, go over to this panel, and I want to put a few things in here. I have an entire video describing every single one of these. But to not confuse you all, let me just talk about a couple of the large ones for you, okay? There's World at the bottom. World chat is basically, if you type in world chat anywhere, it will appear on, it will appear to everyone who has this on their general or open a world chat. Okay, everyone will see this in general chat. Now, quick little thing that I almost forgot to tell you, back at the bottom here, if you click the little bubble, see the little chat bubble next to say to the left of you, click it, it'll bring this up, and you can actually go to Fellowship, Kinship as some quick ones. And then you can go to output channels and switch to whatever you want to write in. So this is where you'd switch to world and then you'd say hi, right? And it does matter which tab you're on. So if you notice now this one is as a world, if I go back to general, it's say. So if I want to switch, talk to world in general, now I could talk to world in general. Again, world is talking to the world, everyone on the server, okay? Everyone will see it if they have that on their filters. And then there's one down here that's emotes. I have a separate video on that. Don't worry about that right now. So basically what I want to set up here is I'm going to leave it on say. I'm going to go back to the role play, right click it. We're going to go back to the filters and I want to have say checked on. So I want to see say, okay? And I want to see not regional. I'm going to remove that. I don't want to see event broadcasts, okay? I don't want to see kinship, fellowship in this chat. I could make a separate fellowship chat if I wanted to, doing this exact same method, okay? Fellowship chat is anyone that is in a fellowship with you invited. I have a video on that as well, but pretty much you can have 6 people in a fellowship, right? It's a party while you're playing the game. You right click on someone, say invite to fellowship. Okay, so they would chat in that. Kinship, everyone can see it who's in your kinship, your guild, okay? It's a whole other thing. I have a video on that. We're not doing that right now. So I want emotes. I'm going to check emotes on because, again, this is roleplay. So emotes are things where your character will do a little thing. He'll dance, he'll jump, he'll do a little thing. And it'll say, if you have the filter on, Zollin Ironshield does this. So, for example, now, if I do slash, right? This is how you do emotes. And I say dance. Now it says, you dance around, right? But now, if I don't do a slash and I stay on say, and I say, hello there. Now you can see hello there in this chat, right? And you can see it's pretty good, right? So that's good. Those are good. Now I want to go back to filters though, and I also want to have on, I believe standard, because one of them I want for quests. So I think it's quests right here. So I think you want quests checked on, because that is the one I believe that will, when you know when the characters like have words over their heads, the NPCs, the non-player character, if you don't know what that means, that could be anything that's not, you know, one of these guys that gives quests, okay? When they talk over their head occasionally, I believe that is the quest filter. I'm also maybe standard. So again, I haven't tried it right off the second. It's been a while. So I'm going to put on standard, say quest, not officer. That's for kinship thing. OOC is some other special random channel. You don't need that for this if you're doing a role play. Emote is good. Error you don't need on. Fellowship, nope. Combat advancements, not really. That's things you earn or whatever. Don't need that. Trade, tells. Tell is the same thing as IMs. Okay. Just keep that in mind. That's a little bit different thing there. But those are the same things. IMs, again, are direct messages to people. I have a video how to do that. We're not talking about that in this guide video today. Okay. And then world is world chat. And these are special user chats. I have a whole separate video on that. That's for complex stuff. Okay. But now we're set up. We have all these things. Now, one other thing I want to show you real quick in this video that will be helpful for this direct thing. Now that I've set up a roleplay tab, all right? So again, now look, I don't have all this clutter and people looking for fellowship, which is a good thing and all that stuff. But I can just switch to this one when I'm doing videos of roleplay things, right? Now, what if you're like, well, I want those a little bigger, right? Go to systems or hit escape, go to options, and then go to chat, all right? And now in chat, look, you can even change the color that they are, but I'm just going to leave mine white. But I want to change emotes to be as big as possible. They already are. It looks like 23 is the biggest. So I'm going to leave that. And I want say to actually be really big. So I'm going to put it a little bigger. And I want quest to be a little bigger. Just because I have it on here, I want them to be all really big because I'm going to make videos with this for you guys. I do not want OC to be bigger. So we're going to leave that what it was. I think 16 is the generic size. And I think that is what I want. Not regional. Quest. Yep, that's good. And say standard. Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember what standard does in the game. I'm pretty sure you just need quest, say, and emote, and that will help you for the stuff floating over your head. And then we're all set. And then you're set. Now, if I say hi again, you can see it's not that much bigger than it was before. It's slightly bigger for that one. And also, you can always grab this little thing in the bottom right and expand it, right? If you wanted to. Okay, but now I have a little extra roleplay tab. I need to bring this up to read as things are happening in the background there. There's also a thing where you can make it kind of transparent, the background in the options. This is a little side note. If you're someone who doesn't like the black, or I think it usually starts as I forget if it starts window chat opt this one. Okay, so you can do this to kind of get rid of that background. So if you just want to have the letters like this, with no black background. Now, that's fine sometimes. I'll do it like this maybe a little bit so you can see through it slightly. I personally just kind of turn it all the way up because I usually hide it behind my camera thing, but it doesn't really look that great. So like you could do it like partial, right? You could do like 50%, right? A little bit, you can a little see-through, right? Whatever you want to do, just a couple little stuff there. I'll make more guide videos on this in the future for basic stuff, but hopefully this helped you out. Have a great day in Middle Earth. Don't forget to throw a subscribe button and a like. Leave a comment. If you have a question, ask it. I'd be happy to answer. But I do have a few other videos on the chat box channel, and a big, huge one that was like full details. But I wanted to make one that was a little more simple to kind of walk step by step of how to set up a single box chat for a special thing 101. Okay, so that's what that was. Have a great day. Subscribe button's there, right under Clyde's little horse nose. And over there is the next episode for guides. And over there's LOTRO Tale, where we do voiceovers in Lord of the Rings Online, which I'm going to continue doing after I finish this video. See you in the next one.